Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I haven't done a what sold video in quite a while, so I'm going to do one today. I'm going to go over just the things that have sold today on Sunday and also cover a few other things. Okay guys, like I said, it has been a long time since I did a what sold video. Today I'm just going to do about 10 or 12 items, but I'm going to cover some of what I sold on Amazon and what I sold on eBay. I got some bad news though. Unfortunately, using media mail as a fulfilled by merchant, using media mail, apparently my shipping times are a little too long, so I lost my buy box. I was trying to figure out right after Prime Day. On Sunday before Prime Day, I sold 30 books in one day. On the Monday, I sold 40 books, which was actual Prime Day. Tuesday, I sold like 7 or 8 things. Wednesday, I sold 2 big things, but it wasn't a whole lot. And then each day after that, I only sold like 3 or 4 books each day, which is really weird. Maybe 5 books, which is kind of goes all the way back before I got the buy box. And I couldn't figure out what was going on. Went out this yesterday and looked, and unfortunately, I am not buy box eligible on any of my 700 listings now. And my only guess is I've got all positive feedback. My only guess is that I just slipped out of variance on the shipping time. So what I'm going to try and do is, as I'm shipping things this week, I'm going to ship things some things are real light. I may ship first class as long as my profit margin's not too out of whack. And then I'm actually going to go ahead and shipping stuff in to fulfill by Amazon. Just send in a big box of brand new books and that way I keep my inventory cycling and I keep some income coming in on this as I'm testing things out. So I know how to do fulfill by merchant. I know some of the hiccups and bottlenecks. So like I said, a couple videos here, I'm going to do a tips and tricks. This is going to be one of those tips I'm going to throw out there. Keep an eye on your buy box. But anyway, to get started, the first thing that sold is actually pretty crazy. It's this Motorola. Let me open this guy up. Everybody laughs. All my friends and family laugh. It's an old Motorola brick phone, and I'll throw an image up on the screen too. This guy, I got it at an estate sale. It was kind of funny. I think they had something like $15 on it, and I walked in. They had several things. They had a DVD player. They had a Canon camera, and they had like $15 to $25 on everything. And they were just trying to get rid. I heard in the background them talking, saying, "We just want to get rid of everything. We just want to get rid of everything." So I said, "Hey, tell you what, I'll give you $5 on each of these items." And they said, sure, no problem. I mean, didn't even negotiate. So I got $5 into this, sold it for $99.96. So huge sale. The next thing, I'm actually going to jump over to Amazon now. It's kind of funny. I got these for $1 a piece at Dollar General. I got a bunch of them. I think I actually ended up getting them 50% off because of coupons I had. But anyway, so this was $1 for me and actually sold on Amazon for $2.99 plus the buyer paid $3 in shipping. So making good profit on that. The next item is yet another funny item. When I bought this, my wife was like, "You'll never sell that." But she does that about some things because it just seems crazy that people would buy these buckets of popcorn. So as you guys can see, I've got a lot of sticker peeling to pull off. These were $1.49 a piece, and I bought them. That's 12 of them. So what is that? 12, 15, probably like $18 maybe. These sold for 20. Let's see, I didn't get as much as I wanted. Oh, I'm sorry. These sold for $45. So I got a lot more than I was thinking I did. So $45. I've got maybe $18 into it. So that includes shipping. So I'm going to end up spending about $10 to $12 in shipping because these are kind of heavy. So hopefully that works out. Still going to make about $10 profit for about 10 minutes worth of time. All right, I'm going to jump back over to Amazon now and show you guys The Core of Christianity. This book, brand new, ended up selling this guy for $10.59. I have $1 or less into this. I try to focus on getting books at around $1 or less. Sometimes I may buy books at $2, and then I buy books at 10 cents, as if you guys go back and watch my last video. So anyway, average around $1 in cost. So sold for $10.59 plus the buyer paid $3.99 in shipping. All right, I'm going to do another book from Amazon sales here. This one is called Spice and Wolf. It is a kind of a fantasy, I guess, a fantasy novel, whatever you call them, 15 up, ages 15 and up. This is volume 2. This guy sold for $9.01 plus the buyer paid $3.99 shipping on top of that. So I was pretty excited. I love selling books, especially brand new books, because I know as long as the buyer knows what they're looking for, when they receive this item, they're going to be happy. It's very little return options on these. Now, I did have one buyer out of the 800 to 900 sales I've had now on Amazon. I had one buyer that waited, I think it was 35 days after receiving the book, and they actually had received it for 35 days, sent a message saying it was not the right version of the book. And I know it was. And I think what happened is they just decided they read the book and then said, I just want to return it, which I know a lot of people do. But anyway, so I put out there, fine, send it back, but you do have to pay shipping. I can't cover the shipping cost to you and the shipping cost back. I never saw the book again. So I'm assuming what happened is they just read the book and then we're going to try and get their money back. So didn't work. All right. So the next thing, I have some of these calendars. I've been selling these calendars like crazy. I bought these at Dollar General for 30 cents a piece. Sold a sunsets one and a beaches one. So there you go. I don't know if you can see that, tropical beaches. So anyway, these guys, the sunsets one sold for $2.99 plus $3.99 shipping, and the tropical beaches one sold for $3.99 plus $3.99 shipping. So not making a ton of money on these, but this has helped building up my my sales on Amazon. And then right now with me being locked, buy box locked, it's kind of helping because these are not these are nobody else has these out there right now. So if you guys go add these, I'll end up not selling any. I did have to I had one competitor, and that's why my prices are pretty low. In general, calendars are pretty cheap though, so I went below all the other calendars just to get them moved. Okay, so the next item is another book off of Amazon sales. This was Wilfred Stennison, Into Your Hands, Father. So this is another Christian related book and religious related, and it was $7.69. Obviously, like I said, got it at maybe a dollar into it, maybe 50 cents into it. So pretty good. My average that I'm seeing on my sales for books is like $8 to $9, 8.50, somewhere in there. So if I spend a dollar, Amazon charges me $2.85. Then that works out. So I get like anywhere $3 to $5 per book, which is my goal. A lot of people's goal is a lot higher than that. Right now, if I'm making profit and I can sell 40 books in a day, holy cow, that's pretty good. It's $120 profit in one day. Not an easy thing to do in every job. So anyway, there you go. Okay, so this next item is something I picked up at a yard sale. It's a Teton Sports bag, and when I bought this guy, it's definitely used. It's got a little bit of roughness on it. I got it for 50. Oh, it's actually got a rip up here too. It's got a little tear. I did take all the pictures and listed it as is basically, and it's one of those. I think it's got like one of the you can get a water pouch and go into it for jogging or whatever. But anyway, these are high end bags and they're really expensive. In good shape, they're really expensive. But anyway, this guy, I got it for 50 cents at a yard sale. I was going to use it for my GoPro on doing yard sales. But I ended up finding a better bag that fit better and had the strap across the middle and all that. So I sold this guy a little cheaper than I had wanted to, but I was trying to move some inventory this week. This guy sold for $6, so I'm not going to make but like $2 or $3 on it. But the buyer paid $12 shipping, so I'm going to guess I'm going to make a dollar or two in shipping because I think this is under 2 pounds. So probably can fold this up and put it in a flat rate bubble mailer, which is going to be $8. So I'll make at least $4 on shipping. So there you go. Okay, so I think this is one of the last items in for Sunday. This is just a little ink toner cartridge. It's a I don't know the name brand. It's just a random name brand. My father-in-law bought a bunch of these for his printer that he was using, and his printer died. And he had a bunch of these left over, and he said, should I just throw these away? Are they any good? And I said, heck, let me try and sell them. And I've actually sold probably 6 or 7 of these, and I don't get much for them. I only got $3.50, plus the buyer paid $5 in shipping. But it's $3 that I didn't have before, and it's just buffering my sales. So I don't mind selling a few things like this. I don't want to fill my entire inventory up with $2 and $3 profit items, but it always helps to have these items that sell when nothing else is selling and to help fill the gap. So keep that in mind. So yeah, so the next thing that I sold, this one has been one of the ones, if you watch the last couple of videos, has been extremely frustrating for me. My mom had a Ninja blender that the base, I guess, ended up stopped working, and she had the pitcher, the blade that goes inside, and another blade that you could swap out, and the lid. And as you guys know, if you do enough eBaying, those kind of things are a jackpot when you get those. So she gave that to me to sell. I noticed they were selling anywhere between 45 and 65-ish dollars for the kit. For the pitcher, some people were selling just the lid for 15, just the pitcher for 15, just the blades for 15 to 20. So I just sold it as a bundle. The problem is I've actually sold this item 3 times. The first buyer received it and kept it for like 5 days and then sent it back saying it doesn't work with my system. So they paid shipping to get it to themselves and shipping to get it back. Sold it for like $58 to them. Okay, so that was the first person. That was like a 25 day round trip. The second person that bought this did a best offer. They bought it and ended up sitting it, never paying for it. So they bought it and ended up the day they bought it on eBay's got a really weird payment deal now. If the buyer doesn't, I've got the pay, it tries to force to pay now, but for some reason that doesn't always work. I'm assuming they just leave the browser page open or close it. But anyway, the buyer bought it. I sent them an invoice. It waited the 2 days, then it waited like 4 days, and then finally eBay opened the non-paying bid, and then like 2 or 3 days later. So it was like a week and a half. So yesterday I relisted this a third time because that buyer never followed through, and I dropped the price all the way down to like $45 or something. Buyer sent me an offer for $40 and I sold it to him. So we'll see. Hopefully this thing will go and stay with its new owner. We'll see. It's kind of a toss up at this point. I'm really worried that people are not paying attention to the model on this, and they're getting it and it doesn't fit with their version, or they realize after they bought it. Either way, hopefully this one goes out and it works and I don't have to receive it back. Okay, so the next thing I sold, I actually sold 2 of these, and these are these One Touch Delica Plus Lancets. These are, I think, 33 gauge. So these are diabetes little test kits, I think, for your finger. But these had dates of 2023 and 2024. I had these listed both on eBay and on Amazon. Crazy story here. Somebody bought them on Amazon. So I just ungated on that and I listed them on Amazon, and they sold on Amazon for like $12 to $14 a piece and plus shipping. So it worked out really well. I was able to ship those two different buyers overnight when I listed it. And literally the next morning, this was on Friday night, Saturday morning, before I could get out and get up and delete the listing from eBay, somebody bought them from Mexico on eBay. So I went out and it was at a much less price. It was like $6.50 a piece. So went out, unfortunately had to cancel the order on eBay. Haven't had a tremendous amount of luck with my shipments in Mexico recently anyway. So I canceled the eBay order and I shipped them out for the Amazon order. And then the next item was another eBay sale that happened Saturday. This is a vintage Tupperware Harvest Gold round cake. I can't think of the words. Cake holder. So let me throw a picture up here. Let me throw a picture on the screen so you guys can see that. And but this guy was about 6.5 inches tall. The buyer sent me a message asking how tall was the lid. This is a key thing, guys, when you're trying to really get good sales. Number one, you have to list every day. My sales are starting to pick back up on eBay because I'm starting to list at least 3 or 4 items every day. And then respond to messages, respond to questions about items, respond to offers, and also go in every day and throw out offers to people that are looking at your items. So anyway, that guy sold for $8 and about $10 shipping. So I've got 50 cents into it. I bought it at a yard sale. Okay, I'm going to cover 2 more things here, or 3 more things here. These all sold over the weekend as well. Monster Cable Interlink Junior Gold Plated Set. And these actually shipped out on Saturday, so I don't have them in hand. I'll just throw a picture on the screen. These were $1 at a yard sale, and I bought these along with like 3 or 4 other sets, and these sold for $12.99, and the buyer paid $7.50 and shipping is $8 in shipping. So not a bad profit, like a probably about $7 to $10 profit on that one. Okay, and the next item, it's kind of funny. I think I had 6 or 7 of these. These are CD disc holders for Microsoft. For you IT guys, when you used to get the MSDN and you used to pay for subscription services, they would literally send you binders full of all the CDs with Windows on it, with the server, all the different server installs and all that. So I had a bunch of these from a job like literally 15 years ago where we got rid of all the discs and I just had the binders with the sleeve holders. And I sold a lot of 5 or 6 of these for really good money, probably 6 months ago. And I just happened to find another one up in my storage area. So I threw it out there for $7. I reduced it a penny a day until it sold. So it sold for $6.96 after 4 days. And the buyer paid almost $12 in shipping because I think it's a little over 2 pounds. So anyway, I literally have no money into this, so I'm going to make at least $5, maybe $6 profit off of that. Okay, so the last thing that sold is actually a 2-gallon wire mesh strainer container, and this thing is really big. I want to say it was like 12 to 14 inches wide. It looks like something you would cook in one of those big broilers outside and put like crawfish into it and have a fry or something like that. But anyway, it's a metal strainer. Colander, I think, is another word I use to help promote it out there. So this guy's, I've got $1 into it. I bought it at an estate sale for $1.50, I believe it was, and ended up, I'm sorry, $2. I paid $2 for it, and then ended up selling for $15. I had it for more, but was trying to move some inventory, so I reduced the price. $15 plus the buyer paid $18 in shipping because it was a little bit bigger and it weighed a little over 2 pounds. So I still ended up making a little over $17 profit total on that item because I made some on the shipping side. I was able to be a lot more efficient than I thought I would be on the shipping. So that's the total sales on eBay and Amazon. I didn't cover all my Amazon sales. I'm trying to keep those on the low down a little bit, but I did want to show you guys some of the things that are selling. Mostly are selling, I'm selling new books. I've sold some calendars. I did also 2 more things. I'll go ahead and tell you guys about 2 more things that I sold that I wasn't going to mention. So I'll go ahead and tell you guys I did sell 2 of these one-touch Vario blood glucose monitoring systems. And what's interesting about these were at our local Kroger store right down the street. They put them in clearance for $12.49 a piece. And when I looked them up, I knew I could sell them on eBay for like $30. And so I was like, I'm going to go ahead and try it. I've never sold these things, but I do know the diabetes things sell really good. The glucose monitoring systems and the strips and all that sell really well if you can get them for a good price. So I brought them home and I got lucky. I had just hit over 6,000 in gross sales. So when I clicked on these in Amazon to scan them to see if I could sell them, it came up and said apply to sell. I just hit it, said I'll try it, see what happens. Sure enough, it ungated me, which was pretty crazy, and it happened right after $6,000, $6,500, somewhere in there. So it kind of surprised me. But what really surprised me is these guys were selling for like $68 to $75 on Amazon, whereas on eBay they were selling for $30. So I listed them on Amazon, 2 of them. I've got $12.49 into each one of them, and these guys sold for $70 each overnight and shipped out. Good deal. Shipped out at first class rate because they're very light. So really super pumped and excited about that. That was the big sale that happened on Wednesday. So I wanted to go ahead and cover that just to give you guys an idea that I'm not just selling the books, but every once in a while I'm getting some of the really cool items like that are selling. And as I get higher and higher in my sales and ungate, it works out great. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As always, throw me the thumbs up, leave me the comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Be blessed.